The unseen invasion. You're not going to like this. Right now, at this very moment, there are thousands of tiny creatures crawling through the dark corners of your city. You don't see them, you don't hear them, but they're there. They've outlived dinosaurs, nuclear tests, and every exterminator that's ever sworn victory. The cockroach. A bug so old and relentless, scientists call it a living fossil. There are over 3,500 species on Earth, but only about 30 have truly adapted to live with humans. And by with, I mean in our homes. We've burned them, bombed them, poisoned them, and they keep coming back like something out of a nightmare. It's not just resilience, it's evolutional genius. These creatures don't just survive, they adapt faster than we can kill them. But among all the species, one rules the filthy kingdom. Periplaneta americana, the so-called American cockroach. But here's the twist, it's not even American. The imposter. The name American cockroach sounds patriotic. It's not. This six-legged imposter actually comes from the heart of Africa. It didn't walk into the New World. It sailed. Hidden deep inside barrels of grain and cargo aboard ships in the 1600s, it crossed the Atlantic as a silent stowaway. When those ships docked in the Americas, the roaches found paradise. Warm kitchens, endless crumbs, and clueless humans who left the lights on at night. Within decades, they spread like wildfire, through ports, cities, and every place we built to keep ourselves comfortable. The American cockroach became one of the most successful invaders in history. Not through armies or weapons, but by simply refusing to die. And as humans advanced, these creatures evolved with us, turning every crack, pipe, and drain into their fortress. You think you own your home? Think again. You're just renting space in their empire, the code of survival. What gives them this terrifying edge? The secret lies in their DNA, a biological playbook that reads like a cheat code for life itself. Scientists studying the American cockroach discovered it has one of the largest insect genomes ever mapped. Inside are hundreds of genes dedicated to one thing, not dying. It has 154 smell receptors and 544 taste receptors, more than any other insect on Earth. It can detect the faintest whiff of food from across the room and taste test poison before it kills them. Every crumb, every odor, every chemical is data, and they process it instantly. When you spray a roach, you're not just fighting one bug. You're challenging millions of years of adaptation packed into a single exoskeleton. Each generation becomes smarter, stronger, and more resistant. Pesticides wipe out the weak, but the survivors pass their immunity down. You kill one. The next is already learning how to live longer. The hunger that never ends. Roaches don't eat because they re-hungry. They eat because it asks what they do best. This creature can survive on literally anything. Crumbs, grease, cardboard, soap, hair, toenails, and even glue from book bindings. Nothing is off the menu. And when food runs out, they turn on each other. The dead feed the living. It's cannibalism driven by pure survival instinct. Scientists call it omnivorous adaptability. I call it nightmare fuel. The American cockroach can go a month without eating and a week without water. Its digestive system is an industrial-grade recycling plant, breaking down the unthinkable into energy. Even poisons that would annihilate other insects barely slow it down. Every environment is a buffet. The filthier, the better. It's not just surviving in our trash. It's thriving on it. You could burn down the kitchen, and by the time the ashes cool, it's already rebuilding its empire beneath the floorboards. Built to resist bug spray? Please. That's just seasoning. The American cockroach has a biochemical defense system so advanced it's like armor forged in a lab. Deep inside its cells are cytochrome P450 enzymes, tiny detox warriors that neutralize poison before it does damage. You can hit it with peppermint oil, insecticides, or chemical warfare, and it'll crawl away like it just took a shower. Each new chemical humans create triggers an evolutionary counterattack. One survives, then passes its chemical immunity to the next generation. Within months, entire populations become resistant. It's not just surviving, it's upgrading. That's why exterminators keep changing formulas. and roaches just keep laughing. This isn't natural selection. It's supercharged adaptation. The roach doesn't fear toxins, it consumes them. It's the ultimate urban survivor, designed by time to outlive everything, even us. Thriving in filth. Here's where it gets disgusting and brilliant. Cockroaches live in filth because they're immune to it. They crawl through trash, sewers, and disease, yet rarely die from infection. Their immune systems are so advanced that scientists are studying them for new antibiotics. Inside their bodies, special proteins destroy bacteria and fungi before they can spread. They could walk through a puddle of pathogens that would send a human to the hospital and walk out cleaner than they went in. It's evolution. S version of dark humor. The filthiest creature on Earth may hold the key to curing disease. They don't just survive bacteria, they weaponize it. While we sterilize, they adapt. While we hide from germs, they build resistance. They don't need a clean world to live. They need ours. And the longer we share our cities with them, the more we become part of their ecosystem, not the other way around. The headless horror. Here's the part that turns stomachs. A cockroach can live, fully alive, for up to a week without its head. Yeah, that's real. Chop it clean off, and the body just keeps moving. It doesn't bleed out, because it doesn't have blood pressure like we do. It breathes through holes in its sides, and its nerves don't need a brain to function. It walks, reacts, and even crawls toward food like nothing happened. The only reason it dies? It can't drink. Eventually, it just dehydrates to death. A slow, thirsty crawl into oblivion. Scientists have watched this happen under microscopes, and even they admit, it's horrifying. This thing is nature's zombie. Proof that evolution doesn't care about comfort or beauty. It only cares about endurance. Every roach you see is a reminder that life doesn't just survive, it refuses to quit. The final truth. So what does it all mean? It means we're not the dominant species we think we are. We build towers of glass and steel. They build empires in our walls. We control technology. They control time. When humans are gone, when our cities crumble and the lights go out, the cockroach will still be here, crawling through the ruins, feasting on the memories of our civilization. We call them pests, but they're the purest form of persistence this planet has ever known. The American cockroach is more than a bug. It's a survivor's blueprint. A living reminder that nature always wins. You can spray, stomp, or burn, but in the end, the roach will rise from the ashes. Because it doesn't need perfection to thrive. It just needs us to keep living messy.